Ngayong Disyembre, haharap ang dalawang pinakapopular na boksingero ng bansang Pilipinas. Sasabak ang mga ito kontra sa mga Hapon. Ang isa ay para sa titulo at ang isa naman ay para sa paghihiganti dahil sina NONITO DONAIRE at Riel Casimero ay susubukang maiwagayway ang bandera ng ating bansa sa kanilang nalalapit na pagdayo sa teritoryo ng kalaban. Ang 43 anyos na si Pinoy Flash NONITO DONAIRE ay tatangkaing maging world champion muli kontra sa Japanese fighter na si SEIYA TSUTSUMI para ito sa WBA World Bantamweight Championship na itinakda ngayong Disyembre 17 sa bansang Japan. At si QuadroAlas, Riel Casimero naman ay susubukang patunayan ang kanyang pagiging angas ng Pinas matapos ang masakit na pagkakatalo nitong Oktubre kontra kay Konosuke Kameda na ginanap sa bansang Kyrgyzstan. Marami ang nagtatanong, nawala na ba ang angas ni QuadroAlas? Nabawasan na ba ang apoy sa kanyang mga mata? Ngayong Disyembre, may pagkakataon siyang sagutin ang lahat ng ito sa ibabaw ng lona. Ito ay ang perpektong laban para ipakita at ipamalas ang Casimerong hinangaan at sinubaybayan ng madla. Ilang linggo na lamang ay dapat ipaalam sa lahat na sasabak sina Donaire at Casimero, isang Pinoy legend na ipapakitang may ibubuga pa rin at hindi pa tapos ang kabanata para sa isa pang titulo. At ang pambansang angas naman na gustong bumangon muli sa kanyang pagkakatalo. Dalawang misyon, iisang layunin. Ito ay ang itaas ang bandera ng Pilipinas. Kaya naman sa video natin ngayong araw ay ating babalikan kung paano tinalo ni Casimero ang nooy tumalo kay NONITO DONAIRE at ganun din para kay Pinoy Flash na tinalo ang nagpasuko sa angas ng Pinas na si Riel Casimero. Ang unang laban ay sa pagitan ni The Filipino Flash NONITO DONAIRE kontra kay Moruti Matalani ng bansang South Africa. Ito ay para sa IBF at IBO World Flyweight Championship na ginanap sa bansang Amerika.
Such a great tactician. Besides the power, he could box or fight inside. He's just a quick, fluid fighter. But Mtalani is coming forward, little peekaboo style.
And that's something that he's going to have to do against Donaire. He has to go in there and force the fight. Even though Donaire has power, you got to do something that you're most likely going to put yourself in.
And he's a shorter guy, so he's got to get inside. Mtalani on the left, NONITO DONAIRE, the world champion. Again, he'll crack Mtalani coming in, force him to back off, restart. But he is a real thinker again. He's figuring out distance, Donaire, pace. He's going to feel and see the speed of his opponent's punches.
As you can see, he's quite big for this division.
He is.
And it seems like he'll be much more at home at 115 or 118 in the future.
Donaire just reading, nice counter punch as Mtalani got clipped with a left hand. That was a beautiful, beautiful shot.
I think Mtalani looks a little tight to me here.
Very tight to me, Rich. Understandable.
Doing a little too much respect. He actually got caught right there, and of course that's going to make you give him more respect when he felt that punch.
Well, 12 long rounds, perhaps. So Mtalani trying to get rolling here, but he looks like he's taking his time. Whips a jab, tries a straight right hand, looking to open up the champion.
Well, unlike Victor Chinian, who had no respect really for NONITO DONAIRE, and still doesn't actually.
Well, I don't think he knew what hit him, Rich.
I don't think he has respect
he
for
still
anybody.
doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't give no respect to nobody else. But Mtalani and Nick Durant really expressed a lot of respect yesterday and today for NONITO.
They did, Rich. Yeah, they call him a complete fighter as well. He's pumping that jab now. Just creating that space and catching Mtalani at times on the way in. Making the play here, getting off first. He hadn't been there to be hit. A little step back. Very clever counterpunching from Donaire in a cautious first round.
Very good, skilled fight. Only his left hand is the one that kind of makes it look kind of bad because he's leaving it down too much and a person with a good, quick right hand could actually hurt him, I think.
He's looking to throw that short left hook from there.
Oh boy. A conservative first round here as IBF flyweight champion NONITO DONAIRE back in action. Side a little bit, but won't be reaching with that jab. Boy, Donaire just looks like he's take that little half step back and run this guy into shots.
Good overhand right there by Medina.
Yeah, and that's what you would indicate in the last round, Gennaro, that he should be trying.
Yeah, and you know, they are giving him the right instructions. Moretti should be utilizing his upper body movement. Try not to reach in. Once in a while, throw a fake to see what Donaire's going to do. Maybe he might step back, or maybe he might drop that hand, or throw a shot, and he can counter off of that.
Yeah, Donaire certainly not under a lot of pressure. Now a little feint from babyface Mthalani. He misses with a right. It whistles past, and Donaire punches with him. They throw hooks together. But Rich, you know, touch on what you said, Donaire looks so much stronger. Just a naturally bigger guy.
Gets around that ring real nice too, real athletic.
Oh, he's so fluid. Exactly.
You know, after his win over Darchinian, he was honored. He met the president of the Philippines. It was a very moving and you could tell emotional moment for him. And he was honored by the Philippines as athlete of the year.
Big stuff, and that the South African got hit on the way in and on the way out. Yeah, he's walking in without punching, guys.
Donaire is doing very well and looking for those body shots.
There it is again as you speak.
Good jab right there.
Mthalani's still coming on. And, you know, Donaire said, I'm going to lead with my face a little bit, and I'll just beat him to the punch, but I'm going to counter him with power shots.
Hey, guys, I want to just bring something to your attention as we watch Donaire here, and we've already seen Jorge Arce, and that is that Victor Chinian tonight knocked out Christian Mijares in the 9th round in what was a mild upset, I guess, but to win all three, to win 3 world championships. So Darchinian now is back at the top of the list again.
Wow.
That is surprising news to me.
Yeah, Mijares just seemed to have everything, and Darchinian seemed maybe one-dimensional. He changed all of that, getting the stoppage tonight to lift all 3 titles.
And right here, Donaire is trying to maintain his title.
3 of the 4, I should say, right.
There's a lot going on at 112 and 115, guys, right now.
We've always thought so, haven't we, Rich? That's where the action is.
I would like to see Mthalani throw a little more punches, be a little more quick with his shots.
Good point. He gets wrapped the kidneys. Now Donaire trying to open him up with right hands. Donaire, the champion, just whipping power shots in.
Also has a very good technical way of fighting. You know, he has a very good style of fighting. I like the way he fights.
No question. I agree.
I mean, he makes that little jump he steps back, makes his opponent fall short. He counters very well.
He's looking to do it there.
And he's very aware of everything that's going to be coming to him.
He's looking to walk this to set him up for a right hand counter. It's like, yeah, there's that left. Partially blocked by the South African. Overhand right by Mthalani. Donaire whips a left that's partially blocked, slams a left home.
Gennaro, Donaire keeps his legs really pretty far wide spread, and he a lot of times he puts a lot of his weight on his back foot. Is that the disadvantage for him?
No, it's not a disadvantage because what's happening there is he's kind of balancing himself. That way, if Mthalani actually throws or tries to reach him with the right, he can actually pull back and have balance and come back with a good power shot. So he's that, like you said, he's like using it as a spring forward,
like recoil kind of.
Yes.
Mthalani is trying to be aggressive, but it just isn't effective aggression. He really hasn't hit the mark much this round.
And Nonito's just not letting him in the fight yet.
Right. There looking to land the overhand right, set him up with the jab. But he's finding a home with the hook at times. He's throwing everything at the South African, but very measured. He's not wasting much. Stuffs the jab.
I think what's going on with Mthalani is that he's too stiff. I mean, he's not letting his hands go. He doesn't seem loose. And in order for you to beat Donaire, you're going to have to let those hands go. You're not going to beat him by being stiff and walking forward.
Yeah, he's got to make the champion uncomfortable. Slammed an overhand right home there. Hook tried by Donaire. Now they're in the middle to see who turns who and who gets off first. Donaire out of danger. They punch together.
Good stiff jab right there by Dalawang.
Overhand right by the champion. And Filani is standing in front of him.
He can't get off at all.
No. There's that hook. Man, when it hit Darchinian, he went down like a tree.
Interestingly enough, Nick Durant, the trainer of M. Filani, said he thought that the punching power of Donaire might be overrated.
Yeah.
But that one shot that he hit Darchinian with might have just been that perfect one-time shot.
Anyway, happy you can join us tonight from wherever you're watching. World title fight now, 4th round scheduled for the championship 12. Rudy M. Filani, the South African, coming forward. Rich?
In our CompuBox numbers for that last round, excuse me, Nick, I'm sorry. You know, you never believe it. That Donaire landed 16 punches and M. Filani landed 15, but it didn't seem
like that.
Like it was a one-punch.
And you know, the round before was like that as well. So, Gennaro, is the South African in the fight or not?
Oh, he's in the fight. I mean, he's not losing the rounds by a very large amount of punching power. I mean, you know, yeah, we see that Donaire is actually taking control of it, but Filani's actually looking to fight. He's going in there, he's throwing some shots, he's landing some good shots as well. But I just think that his corner needs to tell him, oh, good right hand by Filani right there. I just think that the corner should tell him, you know what, let your hands go a little more speed.
Maybe he's starting to relax a little in there. And Filani. Starting to feel a little better. Because look at, see that combination indicates that he's loosening up a little bit. Not quite as tight.
You know, you're fighting for a world title. It's your first time out of your country. You know, I guess it's playing a part of pressure. Sure, being in the big stage.
He's getting to Donaire a bit in this round.
He is. Donaire not as busy. Now he's trying to line him up with that overhand right hand and get on the jab once again and try to start boxing him.
Now right there, I think Filani should actually be counter-punching.
Yeah, when he's standing in front of him.
Yeah, he's not one of them, like right there. Look at what Donaire is doing. He counters overhand right with a left hook.
Donaire's been hit a little bit in this fight. It's his second flyweight title defense. Now, M. Filani getting warmed up offensively.
Donaire actually southpaw. Trying to confuse the African guy.
Yeah, he's just pawing with the jab and trying to set up that left hand this time.
Now right there, I would try to take advantage of this. The reason why, because Donaire is not a southpaw. So his power is the right hand.
Yeah.
Could Donaire, in addition, think that, geez, things aren't going that good in this round? Maybe I'll change up here a little bit.
Trying to confuse him. Yeah, he's trying to utilize some confusion.
But you don't think he feels frustrated if things aren't working for him? All right, closing out a 4th round and a pretty good one for the South African.
I tell you, he must be trying to avoid those roundhouse kicks.
There you go.
But no, they're both real nice people. They're really respectful. Donaire is actually in here doing his job, and actually, Filani is actually imposing a little bit more in this fight.
Yeah.
Well, he loosened up in the last round, and in fact, our CompuBox numbers show that he doubled Donaire's punch output last round, 18-9.
So would you give? I would probably give him that round.
I gave him the last round. Yeah.
And then Filani trying to stand and make a little bit of a war, but now he's getting on a jab, really wild with the right hand. How technically sound is Filani to you?
Technically, he needs a little more work, but defensively, he's pretty good. His guard is up very well. He'll slip a shot here and there, but I would like to see a little bit more of that. I would like to also see him counter-punch more. Something he's not doing at all.
The criticism you have of Donaire starts with that drop left hand, right?
Correct.
Let me just clarify that last round. I said 18-9, not just the output, but he doubled the connects on him 18-9. So, I mean, the punches landed. Yeah.
Donaire squares up in front, and Enfalani and that crowd getting a little upset. They just want more action. Maybe they want more out of Donaire, the champion.
But you know, they gotta understand that you got a fighter in front of you who's strong, who's taking some pretty good shots, and is not going to give his victory away.
Enfalani, by the way, became the #1 contender. He's the mandatory challenger. Donaire is fulfilling his mandatory tonight, and he got there, Enfalani, by defeating Hussein in a 12-round bout.
Right.
So he did beat a quality fighter to get here.
Absolutely. That's what got him here. Now he's looking to make the next move.
And you know, and he's not a stepping stone name for Donaire. He's the #1 contender who actually claimed, he claimed this spot.
Yes. Boy, Donaire, a little flat-footed, but perhaps thinking about plan B to box a little bit, get on that jab, create some movement and angles, but he's content to stand in front of the South African. And Enfalani's been a little bit busier. There, Donaire sinks a right hand to the body. Letting his hands go, but he's been very economical, the champion, not wasting anything. And his punch output, as Rich alluded to, is on the low side.
Nonito's kind of abandoned his jab. He's got to get back to work with that.
Yeah, I was thinking he'd start the boxing. Not a great round for the champion here. Closing the 5th. Best judge as well as we hit the 6th and approach the halfway mark in a very competitive title fight.
Yeah, Donaire comes out fighting as a southpaw.
Yeah.
I don't know what they saw to try to convince him to start off, and I guess it's just to confuse him. If he hasn't been able to do anything.
That right hand, that left hand landed. He is just trying to line him up for that left. The jab's doing nothing.
And the good right hand that Enfalani actually landed as well.
Yeah.
And I think he has a cut on the left eye.
And as Rich said, that Donaire's roughed up a little bit too. Well on the temple.
He's bruising both above and below the eye. There's a mouse developing under his right eye, and he's scratched above it.
Yeah, Enfalani has a cut in. I'm thinking it's on the side of the nose somewhere.
Well, look at again, interesting. Remember, the champion's just, again, he's trying to set up that power left hand. That's the one punch that knocked out Darchinian from the orthodox stance, of course. The point is, we know he has power. Now he's back orthodox in both hands. Yeah, now he switched again. Boy, Enfalani's been ineffective halfway through this round. He's done nothing.
That's a stop because it's his eyelid.
Yeah. Eyelid, look out.
That's it.
It's over. Well, you picked it up, Rich. We didn't know it was that bad. Title defense for Nonito Donaire. I mean, it wasn't, I didn't see him do anything terrible. And maybe this guy is a guy who can fight for 20 rounds.
Position referee Joe Cortez stops the bout due to a severe laceration over the left eye of the blue corner. Time 1 minute 31 seconds of round number 6. Your winner by way of technical knockout and still flyweight champion of the world, Nonito, the Filipino Flash Donaire.
At ang susunod na laban ay sa pagitan ni Riel Casimero kontra sa tumalo noon kay Pinoy Flash, Nonito Donaire na si Guillermo Rigondeaux. Ito'y para naman sa WBA Bantamweight Championship na ginanap din sa bansang Amerika.
He's only fought one southpaw in the past 10 years. He finished off Solani Tete in the 3rd round. Just starting the first 35 seconds. There's a straight left by Rigondeaux. Casimero looking for his opening. Incidentally, I believe Eddie Reynoso, the trainer Canelo Alvarez in the front row, watching this action. They have their training camp in San Diego, so only about an hour and a half drive. There's a left hook by Casimero, coming up on the midway point of this, our first round. Casimero is waiting for that big shot. There's a straight left that gets through the guard by Rigondeaux. Casimero stepping forward. There's a right to the body by Casimero. 70 seconds to go here in the first. Casimero looking to cut off the ring and make Rigondeaux uncomfortable. Casimero, world champion, 3 divisions, big shots, and down goes Rigondeaux. No knockdown. There was no knockdown.
Come on. Don't do that again, you understand me? He's on the floor. Box.
Jerry got 2, saying, oh, big shot. Casimero thinks he's got Rigondeaux hurt. That was an inadvertent shot behind the head. Final 35 seconds of the first round. A left hook by Casimero that misses. Final moments of the first. Big right hand partially blocked by Rigondeaux. And we head towards the second. Rigondeaux, you need to move your head side to side. Curious to see once again if we can see that sequence, if that was an actual knockdown. It was not ruled a knockdown, but from our perspective, but Casimero, no doubt, is very aggressive and wants to bring an abrupt end to the night of Guillermo Rigondeaux. Ronnie Shields told me yesterday, when I was speaking to him, that Rigondeaux just has to fight on the outside and he gets hit. You see Rigondeaux, just 1 punch landed. Casimero 6 of 27. Big shot, best punch of the fight so far for Rigondeaux. Only a second shot landed, but out of the 2, that was certainly an eye-catching shot. But Casimero still looks to come forward. Big straight left again by Rigondeaux, snapping back the head of Casimero. Jab right to the belly by Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux might be finding his groove here. He has looked better here in the second round. There's a right to the body by Casimero. 80 seconds to go here in the second. The favorable, the large Filipino fan base here in Los Angeles clearly behind the 32-year-old world champion in John Riel Casimero. Under a minute to go here in the second. Casimero ate a couple of big straight lefts. There's a left right to the abdomen by Rigondeaux. This is a pace that favors the Olympic gold medalist and former world champion, the 40-year-old in Guillermo Rigondeaux. It is a slow, methodical pace. Good jab by the Cuban in Rigondeaux. Casimero still stalking Rigondeaux, and the fans booing Rigondeaux for not wanting to engage. A left hook misses for Casimero. Well, this is a very interesting round because Casimero said he's going to end the night of Rigondeaux in the third round or before. So we'll see if he can make his prediction reign true. And now he went to southpaw momentarily. But the fans were booing Rigondeaux in the second for not wanting to engage. But at the pace that he was fighting at the second round, it's advantageous for the 40-year-old. There's a left hook by Casimero. Casimero literally stalking and running right after Rigondeaux. As now Casimero's gone to southpaw. Let's see if Rigondeaux can adjust. Rigondeaux missed a counter right hook. You see punches landed through the second round. Casimero 8 of 44. Rigondeaux just 6 of 33. Both men just an 18% connect percentage. There's a jab right to the body by Casimero. Coming up on the midway point of this, our third round. Casimero is the one that is forcing the issue, but Rigondeaux, this is kind of like how he fights, and he knows when you're dealing with a fighter who's won 6 straight wins by knockout, and that's got the power in his hands like Casimero, who throws winging wild shots. You can't engage in a firefight at any point. There's a right hand that was deflected by Rigondeaux. Jab by Casimero. Now a shot to the chest by Casimero. Rigondeaux trying to get out of the way. There's a left hook, and now Rigondeaux ties up Casimero. And Jerry Cantu separates the two. This is a game of chess between these two. Casimero wants to go toe-to-toe. Rigondeaux is fighting at a pace that is not favorable to the fans here. It's brilliant. Total power punches landed, thrown through 11. Rigondeaux 25 of 93 for a 26% connect percentage. Casimero 39 of 152 for a 25% connect percentage power punch-wise. So a 14-punch advantage for Casimero power punch-wise over Rigondeaux. I think you could see it. I mean, who knows how the judges have this one scored. I think it's a close fight. As Casimero looking to defend his championship for a second time. He's a 3-division world champion. As he's in there with a master of the sweet science in Guillermo Rigondeaux, who at 40 years of age is clamoring to try to become the oldest bantamweight champion in history and just the 8th fighter in history to capture a world title past age 40. There's a straight left by Rigondeaux. I think we could be in a position where scores can be all over the place. Casimero stalking Rigondeaux again. Rigondeaux sticks out that jab. A jab for Casimero as he tries to enter against Rigondeaux. If you're Casimero, though, even if your jab isn't landing, jab your way on the inside. And I know that he's worried about being countered by Rigondeaux with that counter left hand, but you've got to be busy. And now Casimero puts his glove on his chin and say, come on now. Let's bring it. Final 60 seconds of this WBO Bantamweight Championship fight here at Dignity Health Sports Park, known as the War Grounds. It has been a tactical fight between these two. It has been more science instead of violence in this fight. Violence is what Riel Casimero professed he was going to do to Rigondeaux. He said, I'm going to knock him out in the third round. I'm going to make him retire after I beat him on Saturday night. Rigondeaux said, try to do it. And Rigondeaux has hung around in the fight. And we head towards the bell. Will Casimero retain his championship, or will Rigondeaux become the oldest bantamweight champion in history? Through the scorecards, we can
17 to 111 in favor of the winner and still champion Riel QuadroAlas Casimero.
So